The genre of role-playing games has undergone constant changes in mechanics and gameplay, thanks to its incredible popularity developed over the years. Today we have several products in which finding flaws becomes increasingly difficult. Therefore, we must not forget that all this is possible thanks to titles that, in the past, were not afraid to dare and to be ambitious. One of these titles is definitely Star Ocean, Till the End of Time, the third installment of the Square Enix saga, released on PlayStation 2 and reproposed in digital version for PlayStation 4 in the form of porting. So this is not a remastered version, which then aims to make this title current, but an opportunity to discover or rediscover one of the founders of the genre in its time, although at the time quite underestimated by the public. It also fits well the support to the trophies, characteristic of successive generations of consoles, because already at the time there were the battle trophies unlockable and saved within their memory card. It will not be long before you realize that this is a product of your own time. Ignoring the obvious graphic limitations, we will immediately notice that in order to control and move the camera you cannot use the right analog key, as we are now used to doing years, but you must necessarily use the back buttons. It will take some time to get used to this setting, especially for younger players. Even the dubbing did not convince much at the time, and, now, its limits are more noticeable than in the past, but fortunately if it should annoy you could deactivate it at will. The story will begin when our planet is attacked by a hostile alien faction, and the succession of events will prompt us to have no choice but to retreat to a planet with technology still at medieval levels. We will therefore have to try to survive without influencing their development, as foreseen by the laws, clear in this case the references to Star Trek, confirming the inevitable inspirations taken from the pop materials of those years. The story is still very enjoyable even today, and the incredible longevity of the game will satisfy fans of the genre, with a duration of about 50 hours if you focus exclusively on the main storyline. Also the soundtrack, composed by Moto Sakuraba, among his works we remember those of the series Tales of, enriches the experience, giving music really pleasant to listen and that, during the battles, will help to increase adrenaline and involvement. The most important thing to stress, however, is that the gameplay itself is not absolutely dated, as it often happens to some games dating back to these years, but actually very current thanks to the innovations made. Everything will take place around the rage meter, which at the maximum of their abilities they will also allow to parry standard shots. This bar will also be available to enemies, hence the importance of understanding when it is appropriate to launch powerful blows to inflict damage and when instead to stand still and regain strength. The battles take place entirely on three-dimensional fields with the ability to move freely up to 3 characters, similar to what happens in the series Tales of. The difficulty can also be quite high, there are few saving points, we cannot save as we please. The battles if not taken seriously will lead us to the possible defeat, not only if it will be our health to reach 0, but alternatively the magic points. The map will not be entirely viewable, but will be completed by us exploring the different locations. On it will also be displayed the enemies on the screen, thus helping us to avoid, or face, further fighting. Succeeding in successfully completing several battles will reward us with different bonuses, thus trying to encourage us to do our best on every occasion.